Hey friends, welcome back to another vinyasa practice. We are working up to our peak pose Simhasana today, which is lion's pose. Physically, this requires quite a bit of opening through the hips as well as the spine, and is considered a somewhat of a back bend. And it is also in conjunction with a pranayama technique called lion's breath. And this is a really fun and playful breathwork technique, and I'm excited to share it with you later on in the class. And before we begin our practice together, I wanted to read an excerpt from a book called The Body Keeps the Score. And this is a very interesting book about the mind, brain, and the body in the transformation of trauma. And they have a chapter on yoga and how it's such a beneficial tool for us to be able to gain more awareness of self. And in particular, this passage talks about sensations and our connection with our body. One of the clearest lessons from contemporary neuroscience is that our sense of ourselves is anchored in a vital connection with our bodies. We do not truly know ourselves unless we can feel and interpret our physical sensations. We need to register and act on these sensations to navigate safely through life. If you are not aware of what your body needs, you can't take care of it. If you don't feel hunger, you can't nourish yourself. If you mistake anxiety for hunger, you will eat too much, or you may eat too much. And if you can't feel when you're satiated, you'll keep eating. This is why cultivating sensory awareness is such a critical aspect of trauma recovery. And so as we explore our bodies and our breath and our mind in our practice today, can you create an awareness of what you can feel in the physical body? What sensations are you experiencing? And the more we can do that, the more present we can be with ourselves and really notice what's going on right here in the moment. We're going to get started down on our backs, so I shall meet you there. Once you are down there, slide the soles of the feet together and take your knees out wide, finding Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle. This might feel quite intense for the hips or the knees, so if you had two blocks, you can also slide them underneath them to support them. Otherwise, you can also have your knees together and your feet out wide. And just landing here, what can you notice already in the physical body? Are there any muscles in particular that may light up as we draw the knee outwards? For me, it's the adductors, the groin area, as well as kind of the hips. For you, might be slightly different. And the practice of yoga encourages us just to notice rather than judging the sensation or reacting to that sensation, just noticing. Knowing that we can pull back or we can reach for more if we need that. Can you let go of any extra tension that you are holding in the body? Maybe in the face or around the shoulders. And then observing the rhythm of the breath for another 3 to 5 breaths before we begin to move. either keeping the left knee where it is, or you may extend your left leg long on the mat. Draw the right knee up into the chest. So the process of doing this might feel quite intense for the left hip, and if it does, then please feel free to extend the left leg on the ground. You might take some circles, some semicircles with your right knee. If you still have your left knee out, can you just let it drop down towards the ground, letting gravity assist opening that part of the body? And you might stay here with the right knee bent, or you might start to extend your hand up the leg to find half happy baby. Hand could come around the ankle or around the outside of the foot, knowing that this is quite an intense way to start our practice. So just listen to your body and where it needs to go here. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out. Draw that right knee over towards the left, stack both knees together and twist the right hand to the right side. Knees are likely in line with the hips here. Come back through center, maybe right leg is bent or maybe it's extended down on the ground, left knee pulls into the chest. And then begin to take a couple of semicircles here. So Simhasana requires us, well, the full extent of it requires us to find Padmasana, lotus pose. And we may not find that today, but we are going to open the muscles and find those joint patterns so that our body may feel ready to go somewhere near it. Maybe your hands stay on your leg, or you could walk your hand up a little bit higher. Just one more breath here. And then draw the left knee over to the right. Stack the knees together and twist the left hand towards the ground. Coming back through center, place both feet behind the hips. Hands by your sides. Push through the feet to lift your hips up. Squeeze the glutes of Setu Bandhasana. You might stay with the hands on the ground, or kind of walk the elbows in and then bring your hands behind your hips. So you're kind of pushing your hips up, finding a bit more of an extension through the spine here. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, lower the hips down to the ground. Grab the backs of your legs, rock up and down the spine a couple of times. And then when you're ready, cross over your feet, plant the hands down, and then step yourself back into a kneeling plank. So hands further over your wrists, and then start to send your hips back towards the heels to find child's pose. Breathe in as you ripple back forward into your kneeling plank. Exhale, lift the tailbone, send the hips over the heels. Inhale, round the spine as you ripple forward. One more time. Breathing in. This time as you exhale, roll forward. Lower the hips down towards the ground. You might slide the feet back a little bit to find Cobra or Bhujangasana. You might walk your hands a little bit more forward here. Draw the shoulders down the spine. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, you might drop the right shoulder, look over to the left. Breathe in, come back up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Breathe in, come back up. Squeeze the glutes, open the chest. As you exhale, lower down towards the ground. Right hand reaches towards the side, left hand by the ribs. Breathe in as you turn the left toes high, and then try meet your left toes towards your right hand. It is very okay if they do not touch. Exhale to hold. Breathe in here. As you exhale, come back through center, tuck onto the right toes. You can either press up onto the right knee or lift the right knee, high plank. Breathe in as the left knee taps towards the left elbow. Exhale, set the left foot outside the left hand, drop the right knee down. Breathe in, left hand peels up towards the sky. Exhale to hold, sink the hips down. And then start to lift the chest, reach the left hand towards the back of the mat, right hand towards the left thigh. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. And you might stay here, or the left hand might come towards the outside of the right thigh. Maybe you lean back a little bit more. One more breath. Reach the hands down towards the ground. Tuck onto the right toes. Breathe in as you sweep your right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the foot close towards the glutes and then open the hips a little bit more. It's okay if the left shoulder comes up here. Now if you can stay here if you'd like, or come to right fingertips. Maybe the right hand lifts off the ground for a moment. Just trying to find some stability through the body. Bending the right knee a little bit more. And then place the right hand down. Lower the left toes down as well. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in as you ripple through the spine. Find your plank position. As you exhale, bring the knees down. Ripple the hips forward to find cobra again. Breathe in as you push away from the ground. Squeeze the glutes, open the chest. Exhale to hold. Lower down onto the belly. Left hand reaches to the side. Turn the right toes high. Breathe in. Start to rotate the right toes towards the left hand. Exhale to hold. Breathe in. Come back through center. And then as you exhale, either pressing to left knee or left knee lifts. High plank. Breathe in. Right knee to right elbow. Exhale, step the right foot outside the right hand. Left knee comes down. Breathe in, sweep the right hand towards the sky. Hug the right knee in. Exhale, hold. Breathe in, lift the chest, reach the right hand back. Left hand to left thigh, to right thigh. Exhale, hold. Drop the hips down. You might stay here, or right hand wraps towards the outside of the left thigh. Breathe in, maybe back bend a bit more. Exhale, let it go. Noticing sensations. Hands towards the ground. Tuck onto the left toes. Breathe in, sweep the right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee, foot close towards the hips, and then open that right knee up a little bit more. And you might stay here or come onto left fingertips. Maybe you stay here or the left hand hovers off the ground for a moment. One more breath. Left hand down, right toes down. Push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in as you ripple through the spine. Find your high plank. As you exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes, cobra again. Or this time you can push through the tops of the feet to lift the legs off the ground for our Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Drive the hands down. Spread the collarbones wide, push through the tops of the feet. Staying here for about 3 more breaths, so it's really active. Ooh, I am shaking. This is pretty challenging. Another deep breath in, lift the ears away from the shoulders. And then as you exhale, lower yourself down onto your belly. Breathe in, press onto your knees. Exhale, push the hips over the heels, Balasana, just for 1 more breath, child's pose. Breathe in, roll forward. Exhale, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take about 2 more breaths here, maybe you pedal out the feet. Noticing where your attention is at the moment. And if it's floated away from your body or your breath, just encourage it to come back. Use your next breath in to make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Chin to chest, bend the knees a little bit. Hands to shins, breathe in, lift halfway. Shoulders in line with the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Rise on your breath in, and as you do, pick up your right knee. Hands overhead, and as you exhale, hands wrap around the right shin. Pull it close towards you. Right hand around right ankle as you place your foot onto your leg for Vrikshasana, tree pose. Now your right foot might be on your left thigh, or it might be lower to the ground depending on where you're feeling today. Once you've landed the foot, push it firmly into the left leg. Squeeze the glutes and try wrap that right knee behind you as much as you can. Stay with your hands down or start to lean your left hand towards the left. One more breath. And then breathe in as you lift your left hand high. As you exhale, side bend to the right. Your right hand might push the right calf muscle back a little bit more. Take another breath in as you cross the right foot over the left. Lift your hands up. As you exhale, come onto the outside edge of both feet. Bend your knees and then try lower yourself down into Simhasana. Easy pose, so a cross-legged position. Fingertips clasp onto the thumbs. You can rock back onto your sit bones and try lift the feet off the ground. Now you might stay here or see if you can extend your feet out a little bit wider. Draw the shoulders back and down, and you could be anywhere along the line. You could even be having your feet down on the ground. One more breath. Shoulders down the spine. Cross the feet again. Right foot is going to plant down. Right fingertips meet the ground and then sweep your left toes high to find half moon. Left hip is going to draw back. Left shoulder is also going to draw back. If this is quite a lot with the hand down, you can lift your right hand towards your shin or float it off the ground. One more breath. Take a long step back with the left foot. Breathe in, sweep the left hand forward, right hand back, twisted lunge. Exhale to hold. Right hand towards the back of the left thigh. Breathe in as you lift the left hand high. Exhale, hold in the side bend. Right hands frame out the front foot. Breathe in as you step your right foot back. As you exhale, vinyasa. Elbows bending close, chaturanga. Breathe in as you open. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, come up and back. Downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Okay, we're going to try that sequence again. When you're ready, make your way to the top of the mat on your breath in. So you can walk forward, or if you're ready, bend your legs. Take a little hop, and as you exhale, fold forward. Hands to shins, breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale to fold again. Breathe in, sweep the arms, lift the left knee towards the chest. Exhale, hug the knee in with your hands, lift up tall. Left hand comes around the front of the left ankle, firmly push it into the right leg. Squeeze the glutes, lift up tall through the spine. And then start to reach your right hand towards the right. And you're trying to create as much space between the left knee and the right middle finger as you can. Come back through center, breathe in, lift the right hand. As you exhale, side bend. So reaching the right fingertips up and over. Cross the left foot over the right. Breathe in, lift both hands, come to the outside edges of the feet. So you exhale, bend the knees, push your hips back, and it's okay if you use your hands or if you fall over in the process. Unwind the feet, fingertips around the toes. Breathe in as you open the feet wide. Exhale to hold. So you might just notice, because there are two parts on your hips here, you might be further back on your hips, or you might be able to kind of roll yourself forward on your hips, and it's going to lift your chest up a bit more, but it makes it more challenging for balance. When you're ready, cross the left foot over the right, left fingertips plant down, and then sweep your right toes back, opening the right hip in the process for Ardha Chandrasana. Remember, you can lift the left hand towards the shin, right hand might extend up high. One more breath. Take a long step back with the right toes. Reach the right hand forward and then sweep the left hand back. Breathe in here. Twisted lunge. Exhale to hold. Drop into the hips a bit more. Left hand down the right back of the thigh. Breathe in. Right hand lifts. Exhale. Little baby back bend. Hands frame out front foot. Breathe in. Step the left foot back into plank. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale to pull through. Shoulders down the spine. Exhale, send it up and back. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Bend your legs, look forward, breathe in. Maybe you hop or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Halfway left, breathe in. Exhale, fold again. Rise on your breath in, lift your right knee up to the chest. This time take the right hand straight over to the ankle and then place it on your leg. Reach your left hand away. Trying to throw ourselves off balance, so we need to focus with our drusi, our eyes. Breathe in as you lift the left hand high. Exhale, side bend. Cross the right foot over the left foot. Breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale, bend the knees. Hips go back. You can stay down or push through the feet again. Breathe in as you lift back up. Exhale as you bend the knees. Come back down. Peace fingers around your toes. Breathe in. Kick your feet out wide. Exhale to hold. Shoulders down the spine. Cross the right foot on top of the left. Right fingertips down. Lift yourself up. Left toes lift as well. Ardha Chandrasana. Stay here or start to bend the left knee. Maybe the left hand comes on top of the left ankle and you can kick the left foot away. One more breath. Take a long step back with the left foot. Sweep the left hand forward, right hand back, twisted lunge, breathe in. Exhale to hold, twist the heart a little bit deeper. Maybe you stay here or right hand to left thigh, breathe in. Exhale, reversing. This time, hook the left elbow over the right thigh. Press the palms together. Breathe in as you extend the spine. As you exhale, can you twist the chest open to the right a bit more? Maybe you stay here or you could extend the arms out a little bit longer. Take one more breath. Frame out your front foot. This time, breathe in as you step your right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee foot close towards the hips. Open that right knee up a little bit more. Stay here or come to left fingertips. You could stay here, maybe hover, or you can transfer your weight, your hands down. Left hand might catch the right foot, and you might kick it away. It's definitely a maybe or a might for me. Here we go. Release the hand and the foot if you had it up. Breathe in, roll forward, find your plank position. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Breathe into open. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Use your next breath in to make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold again, exhale. Breathe in, left knee pulls up towards the chest. Exhale, left hand around the left ankle, pull the leg towards you, Vrikshasana. Breathe in, right hand reaches away. Exhale to hold. Breathe in, right hand reaches high. Exhale, side bend. Cross the left foot in front of the right. Breathe in, both hands sweep high. Exhale, bend the knees lower to the ground. Sukhasana. Stay down or push back up. Breathe in. Exhale, bend and come down. Uncross the feet. Peace fingers around the big toes. Lift yourself up. Imagine your chest was trying to pull to the front of the mat. Cross the legs again, left foot plants in front, left fingertips down, sweep the right toes back, open the right hip, Ardha Chandrasana. Stay here, or maybe you bend the right knee, Puchapasana, catching the right foot with the right hand, and then trying to kick away. So this is a big opener for our spine and our hip flexors. Breathe in as you step the right foot back. Sweep the right hand forward, left hand back. Exhale to twist. Maybe you stay here or left hand to right thigh. Breathe in, right hand lifts. Exhale, side bend. Breathe in as right elbow comes to the outside of the left thigh. Exhale, maybe left hand meets and you twist. Or if you would like, reach the right fingertips down, left hand high. Frame out your front foot on your next breath in. As you exhale, sweep the left toes high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring the foot close towards the hips. Maybe you stay here, maybe the right fingertips come up. Maybe you walk back to try and catch the left foot. Whoa. Hui. I apologize for all the noises. Land the right foot, right hand, left foot, maybe you stay here or you can flow through a vinyasa. We've just got one more sequence that we're going to repeat one more time each side. It's a little bit shorter, a little bit more focused on the hips. Use your next breath in, make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold, tuck chin in, hands to shins, breathe in, lift. Exhale, fold again. Utkatasana, breathe in, sweep the arms, push the hips back, and maybe you stay here or lift the right foot. Hook it over the left thigh as you sink yourself back. Draw the right knee down towards the ground. Keep pushing your hips back a little bit more. Just one more breath here. Stay low in the legs, but unwind the right leg. Try to bring your right shin towards the ground without the help of the hands. And then sit back behind the right leg. Spin your left leg around to find a 90 degree angle pose. Breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, try actively lean forward. You can always bring fingertips down or hands to heart center. Breathe in, lift up again. Exhale, shift forward and hold. What muscles are engaging here? Start to rise back up. Twist onto your left hip. Open your feet out wide. You can stay here or left hand comes behind the left hip. Turn the toes to the left. Breathe in as you pick your hips up. Right hand reaches beyond a wild thing variation. Exhale to hold. Lower yourself down. Turn to the toes to the right. Right hand plants. Breathe in as you lift the hips again. Reach the left hand beyond the body. Exhale to hold. Lower the hips down. Keep the right leg where it is, but sweep your left leg around. Either finding Janu Shasana, left foot can come up to the right inner leg, or you can take your left foot, kind of cradle it up as far as you can up the leg, maybe towards the right hip crease. Okay, you can stay here and fold forward, or left hand could come around the back to try and meet the left big toe. Breathe in, lift tall through the spine. Exhale, fold yourself forward. Maybe peace fingers come around the right big toe and you look at it. Try deepen your breath as we hold this for about 2 more breaths. Start to roll yourself back. You might cross over the feet and then try jump back through a vinyasa. So roll forward, bend the elbows as your feet land at the back of the mat. Pull through on your breath in. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Use your next breath in, make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Halfway, left hands to shins. Breathe in and then exhale, ripple back down. Utkatasana, bend the knees, hips back. Breathe in as you lift the arms. You might stay here or just lift up a bit higher. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh and then push your hips back. So the more that you bend the right knee, the more you're going to feel this into your left hip. Breathe in, start to unwind. Left shin comes towards the ground. Bend the right knee to land it. Exhale, land the hips. Breathe in, sweep the right knee down towards the side of the mat. And then as you exhale, active lean forward. Breathe in, come back up. Exhale, lean forward again, this time hold. Notice the quality of your breath. Come back through center. Turn towards the right. Extend the legs out long. Right hand plants, maybe you stay down, or lift the hips up, toes turning to the right. Breathe in. Exhale, hold again. Reach out, find length. Lower down. Turn the toes towards the left. Left hand plants, breathe in, lift the hips. Exhale, hold again. Lower the hips down. Keep the left leg where it is, but then swing your right leg around. Right foot to left inner thigh, or maybe you lift it up a little bit higher. Stay here, or maybe right hand comes around towards the back. Breathe in, lift tall. Exhale, shift forward, folding forward over your left leg. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, coming up, cross over the legs. Maybe you try a little jump back as you come through. Flick your legs out, bend the elbows. Breathe in, push away. This time, land the knees, shift the hips back into Balasana, child's pose. Two breaths. And then start to walk your hands back. Okay, a couple of different options for where we're going next with our lion's pose. So you might just have your hands down and your knees wide as whatever feels good. As you breathe in, you're going to round to the back, kind of draw the chin to the chest. As you exhale, you push the chest forward, the hips tip forward as well, so you're arching the back, and then you stick out your tongue. You make a sound. You can close your eyes as you do it. You can draw the eye gaze towards the top of your nose. Most important thing is that you just have fun and you express. If you felt like a little bit more, remember the full expression is you come into lotus pose and then you rock forward. I'm still kind of figuring that out in my body, but you can be in kind of a half lotus or a cross-legged position and do the same thing. It just might feel a little bit awkward because your feet will be up there. But whatever way you are, we will find our breath a couple of times. So shifting your weight forward. As you breathe in, you can round and push away from the ground. As you exhale, drop the chest forward, open the tongue. Breathe in and round. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Nice. If you're in child's pose, you can sink yourself back. If you're in a lotus variation, just walk back. Unwind the legs. Okay. Shift yourself forward on your mat. We're going to lie all the way down. That was fun, right? You guys had fun? I hope you had fun. Draw the knees towards the chest. Maybe just the hands clasped around the shins, or you can squeeze opposite forearms or elbows. Tuck the chin in. Lower back presses towards the ground. Just let the heart rate drop down a bit more here. You might stay here or start to extend the feet up towards the sky. Hands by the side, making our way to Savangasana, shoulder stand. Kind of rock your feet back. Let your hands press towards the back of your lower back or the hips. And then gradually, you might start to lift the feet up. Tuck the chin in. Squeeze the glutes. Let the toes lift high. Eye gaze on your big toe. And you might stay here, or very gradually you might start to take the toes above the head to find Halasana, plow pose. Hips stay lifted. Hands might stay behind the back, or you can walk the hands down, clasping the hands together and then rocking your shoulders high onto them. You could stay with the feet down the center or walk your feet over towards the right. And if you're on the right, walk them through center and then towards the left. And if you ever feel this in the neck or the spine, know that that's your body telling you you've gone a bit too far. So you just unwind safely. If you're to the side, walk back through center. We will slowly start to roll down the spine, maybe using the hands on the back to help support the weight. And to finish, after just a minute or so, a couple of breaths of letting the spine settle in neutral, we will find Matsyasana, which is fish pose. A few different options. You can have your feet just long on the ground, starting from Shavasana position. You can have your feet cross-legged, like Sukhasana, or if you want to define Padmasana here again, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can just chill out. If you're with me, hands come around the outsides of your hips. Push the elbows down. Lift the chest up enough so that you can take the head behind you. Crown of the head comes down. Eye gaze looks behind. Big opening through the throat. Active through the back body to lift through the front body. One more breath. And then pressing through the elbows again, letting the chin tuck towards the chest. And then lowering down to the ground. And from here, we can transition into Shavasana. If you'd like to finish with anything else, maybe a twist or anything that feels good, feel free to. If you've noticed any tension creep up in the body, take one full breath and just let these parts soften a little bit more on the exhale. And begin to bring some movement into the body. And we will make our way up into a seat. Just landing with our eyes closed for the final moments. And as we go out into the rest of the day, take moments to recognize what's going on in the body. Noticing sensations, noticing the breath and the quality of it, because that deeply links with our mind and our energy. Take a deep breath in, fill up, and then as we exhale, maybe bowing our heads in gratitude for the practice of yoga and the tools that it provides us to live a better life. And I thank you so much for being here and moving and breathing with me. I would love to see you again sometime soon, either here on YouTube or on Patreon, where we have a couple of longer classes. So I totally recommend you checking that out. Either way, I'll see you around.